Naturally, though, I think a lot of people were having this kind of thought that Execration kind of overperformed in the league, as Shanks may drop here for first blood, and he'll be okay. Or will he? Actually, a couple more auto attacks. Akashi might have a butt. First blood first. Tino actually is going to get that bounty bonus off that soul assumption. Nice turn.
That's pretty big for Tino, just having that nice little injection of gold onto the Visage, rushing your initial Basilius, getting a few of your items up. You don't get the solo EXP, and you do still find a kill elsewhere here for Polaris. They
actually had played last time, at least according to his Wikipedia, last played for Execration, but back in 2022, a couple months ago, basically, in the APAC League qualifiers.
Yeah, he's been impactful. He's been in the region. They find more down bot to really punish. Control, it's going to be the key part of that mid. Whether or not you've got the supports to come out is another question. Oh my god.
Another kill back down bottom. This is starting to really hemorrhage. 3 kills here.
Have so much push. Finally have the value point for the Hawk to come out as well. And this is just a really rough lane for Carlo to, feel comfy. Up top, they are getting aggressive again on Shanks.
I mean, strong, but I don't suspect it'll be that big a deal, as you're saying, because you've got really great vision and a lot of initiation to back him up. Tino top lane, though. 2 stacks there. Akashi looking for the 4th and final. And does not quite get it. And CML, is going to be able to get that return kill at the very least. That Hellbear Smasher doing work and picking up the 2nd kill now, which was what I was about to say. But he'll let this one percolate for a bit longer in the bottle.
Yeah, just take control mid, kind of watch where he needs to go.
Bottom, Bach, yep, hit level 6. They're going to go immediately on to Palos now. They have the kill very easily there. No rotations in response. Instead, mid lane, Bob will go mid. CML, though, did give himself that Frost Shield level 1, buying a bit of extra time, but that DD rune, it's just a matter of seconds before Bob has a 2nd kill, maybe a 3rd here. Mac, the stun is avoided, and 2 there for Bob. They will once again lose Carlo down bottom, so.
But Bob is the real momentum carrier for the team come early mid-game to the mid-game.
Bob, just getting away. Telekinesis, 5 seconds left on that cooldown. Bob out of mana, running for his life. Akashi, though, is going to be assisted there by CML Sinister Gaze, and Carlo too late on the TP. So at least Akashi is going to be able to avenge his dead teammates here.
Familiars, you do still want that progression onto the Battle Fury here. And despite those stats, again, he's not too far behind in comparison to Akashi.
Okay, heavy commitment there, but Bob is going to zip across the entire Wukong's command. It enables him to get the kill. No, Akashi couldn't leap out of the trees in time. Now there's a Centaur Conqueror making his way over here. With the Vortex, they have enough control, and even through the Frost Shield to kill.
He's got free reign and just jumping in and out. And they just tie into that so well. Like, the Visage is ready to do damage. You're trying here.
But have they overcommitted now? They're looking for this kill onto Tino. Lots of magic damage here. Only a matter of seconds. Down he goes. Centaur Conqueror as well. Stomping, but not finding anything, as Bob is going to be able to find some safety underneath his tier 1 tower.
You are still within a stone's throw with Palos here.
Yeah, we're going to go bottom. Good mana here for Bob to secure. There's no arrow for a couple more seconds, so they just have to do it the old-fashioned way with damage. Bob needing to find this kill, got pushed back by the roar, and Bach's not going to be able to pick up the kill there. Tower, though, still very low. That wagon's getting off a couple more shots, but top lane, there's more action now with CML. Staying alive for now, as Tino is going to be the target. Mac hitting him with plenty of damage now. Nice stun, but shouldn't save the life of Tino. And he's not going to be able to do much else through those infused raindrop shots. They're underneath a Hawk, but under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow, they still might be able to get a good jump here. Bach is the target initially into the arrow level 1. That's a max Starstorm, lots of damage. They have the kill. No, they threw the Chain Frost. Not a single bounce there. Bob gets the zip out in time. Needs to sip on the bottle, though, and now with the urn.
And Visage just tends to enjoy, getting as durable as possible to stack up off those soul assumptions in more of these engagements.
Bob, speaking of engagements, going right in for Bach. Easy kill onto him. No chance for the Roar, which means Mac and Boomy cannot connect and get it.
I mean, they're day hunters, right?
That's true.
Are they? I mean, some of them hunt at night, but those are more like owls.
It's true. That's a good catch, though. They're throwing everything they can at Palos, and the Chain Frost is going to be able to pick up the kill. Execration under the
one on the side of Polaris. And Bob is kind of set. He has a DD if he finds an angle here.
Tino's TPing in. Arrow's going to sail through. Misses everyone. Mac with a full Bloodstone here. Nerfed, but still doing some good work now as Mac's in deep. Stunned once, stunned twice, but still full HP. The Roar is onto Bob, who still zips away. A second zip sees him to safety.
In from Bach. And eventually he's going to be a little bit harder to pin down with Akai Sanj coming through. But until that point, until you get something like the pipe on Tino, you just don't feel safe here.
Deleted Shanks, who is, by the way, I think going for the 23-minute odd time in here for Polaris, looking really unstoppable. Execration, though, are smoking up. They're going to make a play. Roar onto Tino, but they are finding the Stoneforms now onto Bach. Full Vessel and a big ol' zip from Bob. That's a kill and a dominating streak now for the Storm Spirit.
Maybe some of that coaching slipping through here. And that is one point for Execration to scale off of as well. Like, if your early game goes a bit rough, your Ench will always have out.
Sneaky move as they go onto Palos. Now Mac joining from the side, but he's actually caught now by the smoke ank of Execration. Arrow coming down on him. They might actually have this kill on a Mac. Big zip in from Bob, and the Bloodstone heal's not enough. Tino is falling rather quickly though, and they're actually onto Akashi. Did he get off the BKB, John? Has Jingu Mastery, gets the BKB off, cannot jump away. Bob with the physical damage has 2 kills as the team fight falls apart for Polaris. They tried to set up there onto Palos and instead got just stopped. They got T-boned there.
Not safe here.
Oh, he isn't, especially with some amount of Execration heroes in his mix.
Oh, no.
Now, Akashi, there is support coming. Boomy actually stole Ball Lightning, and unfortunately, still has enough mana and enough reach. They did actually give him, though, that chain, the Frost armor. Good Chain Frost bouncing around, but it's just being tanked now by that Pipe of Insight aura. Palos finds his man, just needs to see him. Glimmer Cape wearing up, CML running. Arrow chasing after him is gonna miss. CML is dead still all the same. Frost Shield or not, and that's 2 dead. Of course, I think they signed 3, now 4 of those TPs, so they know exactly what to expect. They're operating here with phenomenal information.
Mac?
No enchant here to dispel anything, but the jump in from Palos here. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis, the Roar, everything thrown onto him. Still fighting to do, still has BKB, now gets it off, has the Haste Rune, is going to just be able to run outside of the Wukong's command. Tino, in his stone form, thanks to the recently purchased Ag Shard, is also going to stay alive as Bob jumps on in. Remember, he still has his Aegis for 2 minutes, but that's all right.
For Execration to handle it, like the pipes up, you're extra durable with Tino kind of copying through. It's hard to lock in. Bob and let's chain stun them.
All right, I mean, remember, there's an Aegis, and the arrow caught Bach. He had his bodyguards around him, but didn't micro them in time, and the rest of Execration coming through in spades. There's no chance for Polaris to save from Execration, as they're going to leave the Enchantress and Tino, 2 very durable heroes now, to be acting as smoke breakers. It's the ward placed down. They get vision onto 1 at the very least. Tino leaving the dough for dead. Now they can buy back and go to this outpost. It is under the control of Execration. But without an Aegis, they seem a little bit haphazard here. Oh, just kidding. In they go. There's the buyback, like we were talking about. Mac has no BKB quite yet, but has plenty of teammates to back him up. As in goes Palos, immediately roared after the BKB is active. Akashi as well, showing up to fight. As in goes Bob now, trying to burst through the supports. Does find 1. That's his godlike streak. But most importantly, Execration have managed to just get outside of the Wukong's command. No Wukongs, no BKB. In goes Palos, trying to nuke through Bob. They get the telekinesis onto the Storm Spirit, but it doesn't change a darn thing. 3 heroes dead. They've bought back here as well for CML.
He's an interesting guy. You know, every time Force was on for play, they missed.
This could be nice if they can kill Tino, but actually the Bongo Boots get him out in time. And now Bob's going back in, forcing a couple of BKBs. He's still fighting. Feared, roared, everything. They need a save from, but there's just no damage, and he's down to the low ground. Akashi dying through the BKB, turns into a tree before he's killed off, and Polaris have been routed. Back into the fountain they go. If Bob catches a whiff, he's going diving here again, I'm sure.
I mean, that was just sick. The follow-through from Palos again. And his decision-making in these fights is huge. They can. You don't have a buyback on...
That might be over, Jonathan.
They don't have buybacks, and they just don't have a presence here.
Oh, the arrow's at least going to be avoided, but Bach falling. That might be the last nail in the coffin here. No buyback on him either. Tier 4 is crumbling as the voice lines. They're all coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. And Polaris, they had a pretty decent early game, right? Only the mid lane where Bob did manage to eke a lead over Mac.
Bob, just another casual juke there. Doesn't care about your BKB.
Absolutely no cares. Doesn't care for not having mana either.
Nope, doesn't need mana. GG will be forced out. Execration, they're proving it wasn't a fluke that they finished on top last.
You're getting, a solid start for your spec, not being completely shut out. Same thing happening for Akashi down bot here. Still able to farm up, but you do have to watch once the levels rack up. Although,
yeah, that might just be a kill, and looks like it will be as level 2 there. That's a really high definition reflect there. Did you see that? Marcy beating herself up on the reflect. They're usually not that high def. That was really fascinating. Anyway, I've been distracted. Boomy's died in this top lane. I thought he was here to help.
No,
he's here to farm.
He's a carry player. Yeah. He knows what he has to do. CML.
Okay, and well, there's that Orb of Venom put to use.
Well, it's on the Ember, but he's not shut down.
No. Definitely not.
He's getting that build-up. And we talked about rotations. None of that is coming out yet.
Not yet. Maybe around the 6-minute rune we'll see some of those, as that Arcane Curse slow at level 2 is enough to condemn Tino along with the Power Rune. And he's also stacked inside the Radiant Triangle in the same stroke. So really, really efficient rotations without putting Bach in any risk as well. Maybe even another kill back down bottom here, by the way. Metamorphosis is still active, and the kill will go to CML, but a kill all the same. Polaris are not going to complain about that. However... There's another kill. Bob survives on a sliver of HP, nearly dying.
So much in the flesh heap. Once that's gone, you basically just melt with how little armor you have.
That's a good point.
Your HP just doesn't feel great. And he gets the hook, but it does feel like you're going to need that.
Carlo and Palos seemingly content to continue farming, as Bob is going to secure the second rune that spawns. It is going to be the Arcane, and, well, he immediately activates that. Get ready for some Imba Sleight of Fist. Although, actually now with the... Whoa, where is our Spectre? She gone bottom. She has gone bottom. Or mid lane. There's two fights going on. In they go mid. Onto Mac now, as Palos is being dismembered. Nice silence here prevents any more damage coming out from Bob, but Palos a bit too tanky. He will live, even if just barely. They also get the kill, a second, that is, into this mid lane onto the Rubik, but they're looking now to secure this kill onto Palos, and they will have it easily. Boomy secures it with the Fade Bolt. However, Bob continuing to fight. A little bit of mana remaining. Sleight of Fist. He's got the kill. 2 for him in this.
So he really got 3 kills, but Palos kind of picking up 1 for himself.
Even confused me. I thought he was bottom. I thought he was top.
He just sees that opportunity. They get the roar up top, though.
But where's the follow-up?
What?
Oh, no. Parallax, sir. It's okay. Mac, it's just... He's going to walk in for the Dismember anyway. See, it didn't matter.
Oh, no.
There he is. The Dismember interrupted, but is Palos still going to die? Perhaps, and indeed he will fall. Carlo now ought to be next, but there are rotations, especially from Bob here in the mid lane. It's a nice rebound stun only onto 1, as well as actually that dispose. Oh, sets up Bob beautifully for the Sleight of Fist kill. Mac, though, is still going to rot down a second. However, the Remnant's giving chase. Bob is going to actually continue here this Arcane Curse as he looks for this follow-up kill onto Mac. Shanks with a rebound, with a dispose in 2 seconds. Doesn't need it. Bob with another kill on the Sleight of Fist. They're diving for more. There's the rebound. Another Arcane Curse.
No way.
I know Bob. That's not stopping him. And
no way.
Ultra kill for Bob.
Wait, they're keeping it?
Nearly dies to the tower. Boomy once again secures the kill with the Fade Bolt. Has the telekinesis. That's a TP coming in now, courtesy of Bach. But he doesn't really have anything to reach the December Spirit. And now Execration are respawning.
Nice to know how they really feel. And we'll hear. Get some... They might be able to get Bob.
Look at that. The Hurricane into the damage. There they go. A nice kill onto the Bob. That should transition perfectly well into the tower.
Did build this.
Really?
For stats.
Okay.
At least 1 week where Spectre did build this for stats. I don't know when, I don't know how, and I probably erased it off my mind, but I do remember.
Oh, there's the initiation. They want to prevent the global from coming through, but they won't be able to do so, and that allows the Marcy to be deleted. The hook, that time it doesn't miss. Goodbye to Carlo. 2 kills for Akashi. He wants the tower next. Can they actually get Bob? There's a haunt. Oh, and the reality's onto the back lines, actually. Now Palos back onto the Hellbear Smashers. He's being beaten back, but Mac, without a hook for 3 more seconds, can't quite follow up to secure the kill. Bob from the side, a little bit low on mana. Has 1 remnant, but the hook, there's 2 in a row. Only forces out the remnant.
Next, that's when you start to feel more stable on that Terrorblade. He's still playing tag.
They, okay, the DD on it. There's a full Bongo Boots finished already. 2-man rebound, a thing of beauty here through the flesh heap. Mac is falling quickly, gets off the wand, turning back now for a little bit more rot damage. Bob a little bit lower on the mana, but not on confidence. He goes in, finds the 2-man Searing Chains, and for the second time this game, a double out of harm's way is that Tornado a little bit fast. But the Blink Dagger reveal for Mac on point. Too many creeps and now no chance to interrupt. But can they actually get through Palos in time? There's still a Mac. The Mac heal not going to be good enough though. Mac now, can he get out? Another 2-man rebound into the arrow. They've deleted 1. Oh no, CML, he's turned himself into a pig, but he's only going to see Boomy fall. As now with Maelstrom online, Bob chases for a 3rd. He'll have it. Now, but this is going to be a bit tense, especially with Marcy ready to make the jump on in. Another arrow. Oh, doesn't Palos snatches the Aegis. Silenced up. He doesn't care a bit as Mac and the rest of Polaris just chilling in the middle of the river. Palos falling low, but the mech heal's good enough. He will fall on his first life, but after the stolen Aegis, he'll be back to fight a 2nd round. Oh, but they've caught Bob with the roar. He's gone in a bit too deep ahead of the team, and he will die. That'll send the rest of Execration scattering as the hook. Whoa! A little bit of fancy footwork there from Mac, but he'll be rewarded with another kill. Another flesh heap had stacked his...
Bob's not going to melt that.
No,
you're going to need Akashi to be up front if you're going to dismember and roar this guy. And they can start to reveal that now with the smoke.
And get ready here, as it's going to be a big one. Oh, they also have vision immediately onto Bach, and they are going to absolutely delete him. Palos as well. That was the shadow step in from his Ag Scepter, so still has the regular Haunt to fight with. But Polaris, they're going to use the Metamorphosis. They're going to go back in off the Global Silence. Mac as well with the Dismember. They found Tino. That's a lot of the durability gone. He has no buyback. Bob trying to keep them at bay. Searing Chain stolen from the Rubik. If he can only close the gap. Shanks trying to prevent that, though, with the nice rebound for additional moves. Bob thinking about turning already. There goes Palos now being dragged back in. Rooted once, but now the Haunts. He's onto the back lines, but all the auto attacks chasing him down as Bob goes in as well. Palos being focused, fired, and with the hook, they have him. The Iascati still a little bit too much. Bob pops the wand back to his remnant underneath the tier 2 tower, but Polaris, the victors in this fight, who are looking now for their dessert. Shanks, saved here by the arrow, has the rebound. Thinking about maybe going back in here as Boomy has stolen fire remnants. We'll jump in on that last one already, using all 3. Notification forced out from Execration, who are still looking and feeling a bit.
And you can slow into Hammer. You probably don't, you don't want to.
Support Spectre incoming. As there's the hook onto Akashi. Careful here. They have follow-up. Fortunately, the Global Silence is going to prevent the immediate stone forms here. It's also Dismember, but Mac already dead. And there's going to be the self-stone form now from the Visage. Akashi being chased down.
Oh, the Meteor Hammer!
Thunder. Oh, the Meteor Hammer!
No way!
Oh, Jonathan!
No way!
20%!
What?
Look at
Immediately! Immediately he does it! No way!
When life gives you lemons, you say, "Who do you know who I am?
Oh.
I'm Palos, and I'm being dismembered." But there's the arrow. I thought it was going to miss, but it didn't. There's going to be the Primal Roar. They need some sort of savior. Telekinesis, the Chain Stun, and the mech simply not enough from the high ground. Execration.
Shanks becomes a core. Because he's actually itemizing like a core.
No,
with
you're
that.
right,
Phase
yeah.
boots, basher up.
Oh, BKB activated here as they've already deleted the tower. They need to get some chain stuns. There's the Global Silence coming through as well. Akashi freed from the fight as well, looking for the break onto Palos, but he's only finding dead teammates around him. Mac and CML have both fallen as Bob jumps into the backlines, has no BKB. He's found himself forward. Oh, here it comes again! Oh, the second time! They've actually killed him.
No!
I can't believe it! And the arrow's
perfectly
timed. Oh,
What?
no!
What is this?
Akashi, he's gone down. You know, I was actually just thinking the same. I mean, hey, in for a penny, in for a pound.
You know what we should do? What we need next is Meteor Hammer to be upgradable.
Oh.
Make it purchasable for the Fallen Sky.
Okay, in we go again. They're going to immediately make the jump onto Mac. Arrow gets caught by CML. Oh, the Global does come through eventually. And now the Roar onto Shanks to keep CML alive. They've killed at least the Marcy. The fight for Polaris, though, now it's starting to break down. Mac, without any support, is beaten down here by Palos. And now Bob is unleashed into the fight. Polaris, with what tools do they have left to fight? A Silver Edge for Akashi, but that's only to run. CML can't get much further here as Bach being stunned. Oh, a beautiful stun by 2 onto the stone form. And all Akashi can do is simply run away. They've only gotten the Marcy, but
For that Terrorblade anyway.
that's a good point. As they are onto Mac. That was just a shadow step used. Telekinesis out from Boomy to get him to a bit of a safer spot. That's a full haunt in, which will end kind respond with the Global Silence. Palos finds CML. I mean, you can take him. We've already used his Global Silence as Polaris, hoping to escape the fight unscathed. But Mac is going to be located in the arrow. Caught Bob. Oh, Bob immediately onto Bach. The 1-letter difference. Not going to be sparing Bach there from another bloody death. A second telekinesis at least allows Mac to avoid the rebound. Poke is not going to find anyone. Boomy underneath his tier 4 towers is not also going to find any safety there. As Bob pops the BKB, Dismember is going to come out through, but the tier 4 tower is not doing nearly enough here. See it twice in a game. Most importantly, the Meteor Hammer follow-up. Tino once again getting the familiars around the side. They have pretty good information now into the pit. Oh, Akashi this time secures the Aegis. Execration as well. Now caught by the Global Silence. Not too willing to fight into this. There's going to be now the Haunt on in. Arrow somehow missing everyone there. They're completely alone. But look, Execration in with Fury and with the damage to follow up as well. Down goes Boomy. Bach will fall, and in their wake, Mac as well is decimated. The rest of Polaris retreat to the high ground with that.
You don't really naturally back up outside of controlling one hero.
Oh, that might be a good jump, though. Oh, no, I think he got off the stone form. Can't stop that one through the Roar as well, and now they're looking to turn. Global Silence has ended, and now the fight begins for Execration as they take down one. They're trying to focus now onto Akashi.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that was his first life with the meta active. He's got Terror Wave and BKB when he responds. Does get that one off at the very least. Catches everyone with it, but now he needs to run here, John. 3 dead on his team. They've got buyback here on Mac as they continue to give chase.
Oh,
Bob from behind as well, and he will go down. No Meteor Hammer to secure his fate. But it's still just a pounding that they're taking as Bob outside of the Ancient, or outside the Fountain rather, will go diving. Akashi on the buyback now. Doesn't really have anything left other than the buyback to scare him off though. And Execration, blood in the water, sensing they can go for the 2-0 now, immediately hit tier 4s. There's Meteor Hammer as well. Pudge is gonna buy back. This has to be it now from Polaris. Mac blinks into the fray. There's gonna be now the Haunt on in. They're immediately in onto Bach, bashing him up here by the Spectre. Down he goes, someone's refreshed. Mac as well has no way out. He shall fall. As the Ancient exposed, Rubik doing what he can now in the fray as Shank's still alive. Finish off at last by Boomy, who can get himself into the Fountain, but thrown half HP here and falling fast. They're continuing to stun up Akashi, who can do nothing. No, the Meteor Hammer.
Oh my God,
no!
not again.
3 times.
No.
That made me 1 time too many as Akashi's gonna go down. Bob is godlike. Palos is godlike. Meteor Hammer is broken, and Execration take the 2-0.
Look at how can Paulus look